Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion video. I'm going to be talking about episode 114, so if you haven't seen that episode yet, please make sure to go see it. It's one of the best ones so far, and for a tournament arc and just this arc in general, ever since it started, is just one of my favorite things about Dragon Ball Super. And in fact, I think that this arc is going to go down as one of the best arcs in all of Dragon Ball history. Every episode seems to be really just outdoing the other, and we got some really awesome stuff coming in. I mean, a lot of people might have been mad about the whole fusion thing. I mean, if you haven't seen the preview or anything about episode 114, I hope you do know that Kale and Caulifla do fuse in this episode. They kind of give us an idea of where that came from and how it's going to work. We have no idea based on this episode what's going on here and whether or not the Zenos are going to be okay with the concept of fusion. I know a lot of the commentators, a lot of the fans aren't really okay with the concept of fusion because they believe it's cheating. I mean, there are rules with the way that the Potara earrings work, so I imagine as much that people will be mad that they did this and can consider it a weapon of sorts. But as I've said before in other videos, Zeno and the other Zeno, if they like it, if it's cool to them, I don't think that they're going to go out of their way to disqualify or erase someone. And it does look, from what we've seen in this episode, like they think it's pretty cool. The one thing I want to focus on with this video, though, you guys saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, we get to see both in the preview for episode 115 and one little shot in episode 114, Jiren is waking up from his meditation. And this has nothing to do with Vegeta's power. Obviously, we got to see a lot of Vegeta and Toppo fighting. Not a whole lot, but we got to see some parts of it during that episode. Obviously, Toppo is someone who could probably handle Vegeta, at least when Vegeta's using the amount of power that he's using right now. And then obviously, Goku isn't strong enough yet. Hit is out from what we know. And obviously, Kale and Caulifla, once Kale turns into her Berserk form, as I've said before, I honestly think that Jiren is making a mistake here. And one of the reasons that the show keeps alluding to he's making this mistake is Kale. You know, this unbelievable Berserk power that she shows in herself, where she brings out every now and then. When she first showed it in episode 100, he was the one who had to get up and actually stop her from rampaging. He thought it was necessary for him to step in. Now, he didn't use a whole lot of energy, but it does go to show that it wasn't Toppo, it wasn't any of the other Pride Troopers or anyone else, or like Goku and Vegeta and anyone else. It was Jiren who had to take a stop and put a stop to it. And in that moment when he first took her out, he could have easily taken her out. I mean, he could have easily thrown her off the ring if he wanted to, but he's just arrogant. He's this arrogant person who decides to look Goku straight in the eye and say, you know, I'm done. I've done everything I came to do. I've taken out everyone I came to take out. And as we talked about before, considering the fact that they're so close, I mean, the Pride Troopers in general are so close to the Gods of Destruction and Gods of Universe 11 and the whole God Tube thing that they keep bringing up, it's possible that Jiren had some pre-knowledge of how strong Goku was because of his fight with Toppo in the preliminary matches, but also knew of Hit and Hit's ability after the fight with Goku in the first tournament in this whole series, considering the fact that we saw Zamasu and Gowasu looking at the tournament through GodTube. So yeah, he came in with the idea that he was going to take out Goku, he was going to take out Hit, and then the rest of the Pride Troopers could do what they want and be able to fend for themselves. Obviously, this is something in a an idea that, yeah, maybe he is starting to realize, or just part of him, even if it's just like little flinches or movements, or, you know, moving his eye a little, waking up from his meditation and seeing that, or at least kind of getting an idea that maybe he needs to get back involved. Maybe he needs to fight these people. And honestly, the one thing I'm thinking here is, I know we've seen Kale and Caulifla do a whole lot of good. I recently did a video about how I think they are probably, while they keep saying that these are the last hope or the main secret weapon of Universe 6, I don't think Universe 6 is going to be around for a lot longer. They keep hinting at the fact that they're going to be bringing Universe 6 back from being erased if Universe 6 loses and one of the people from Universe 7 wins, because we had Vegeta make that direct promise to Kaba, and now we have Goku multiple times saying he wants to fight Kale and Caulifla after the Tournament of Power throughout the last couple of episodes, and that's only possible if they're able to be brought back, because they both know and have seen the ramifications of what they're doing right now. or what the Zenos plan to do if anyone actually loses. And in order to win, you actually need to win. So obviously they are thinking about using the Super Dragon Balls to wish back the universes and restore peace to the multiverse. This isn't what any one of them wants. But I do believe that Kale and Caulifla, although this fusion technique is going to put them over the top of Goku or anyone else, or push Goku to a new limit, allow him to get the Ultra Instinct form, who really knows? Maybe Jiren does wake up. I mean, like I said, he does seem to be flinching, but I don't think he's going to wake up. This is just my thought and speculation about what we are seeing from Jiren and how it's going to play into the greater scope. We see him being, as I said, arrogant. He's not moving. He's not flinching. He's not doing, or he's flinching, but he's not doing anything. He's not getting up and ending this nonsense. He's not allowing people to, he's going to allow other people to try to fight this out. He doesn't think he's needed, and that's going to be his downfall, because even though we get all these episodes around Kale and Caulifla and showing them progress in such an amazing fashion, you have this, I think, building up to the concept that Gohan or Vegeta or someone else is actually going to get that much power. Even if Goku does get the Ultra Instinct again, if Frieza shows that he has something going on, then this is Jiren not learning from the mistake, even though he inherently or innately senses the fact that these two people fusing or Kale just berserking out is enough to at least warrant his attention firsthand. And now this, he is making a direct choice not to get involved because he doesn't feel like anyone is worthy of him. And then this is just foreshadowing to future parts of this arc where someone else, not Kale, not Caulifla, not the fusion between the two, is going to one up him, get the advantage on him, because he is such in his own way. He's in his own mindset, and who knows what that's going to be. I want to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions on who that could potentially be. I mean, it really could just be Goku getting Ultra Instinct back. He obviously was insulting Goku when he looked at him and said, look, you know, this guy is out. I'm not going to have to fight him anymore. And if he were to get involved right now and stop Kale and Caulifla from fighting Goku, then we wouldn't have this elongated Goku getting his fighting sense back and pushing his limits and potentially maybe even getting Ultra Instinct again. Or we might have, as I've said before, we have Gohan and Vegeta still in the wings, who haven't gotten any real hope and shine during this whole tournament. We've gotten some really awesome words from Vegeta, but we haven't gotten anything great from him. Same thing with Frieza, same thing with Gohan. All three of those people can be potential wild cards to beat up Jiren later down the line, whether they get the win on him or not. So I think one of the things that they're doing while building up Kale and Caulifla in the fusion is showing just how arrogant Jiren is and how that's going to affect him going forward. But as I said, I don't believe that Kale and Caulifla are going to be the ones who actually fight Jiren again. I know a lot of people might think they might fight sometime in the future, but I really hope not. I hope Jiren stays put, at least at this point, and decides that he's going to let other people fend for themselves and take care of it. He'll get involved if he desperately has to, and he doesn't believe right now that he has to, and that's going to be his downfall. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think that they're deliberately showing Jiren in order to have him get back into the fight in some way, shape, or form? Or do you feel like they're showing him to make it clear that even though he might innately sense that he's going to not anyway, because he believes that Topo or Dispo are going to be able to handle this, or someone else on the ring that he doesn't think is really worthy of his own time right now. I'm going to leave it at that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button. Share this video out to all your friends. What do you guys think of Jiren? The brief moments that we're watching. He's going to get involved soon. He's going to stay put. I mean, any thoughts and opinions on that, guys? Anyway, with that being said, I hope everyone has a good day. It's been real.